Hey, it's Shaun from Open Pantry Co, and this is the Prep List, your Monday mindset reset for a more profitable and intentional week in the hospitality industry. We're heading to that weird window of the year where everyone is either too busy or too distracted to think about January. But January is where your year is won or lost. So today we're talking about the power of doing your reset now. That's right, before Christmas, before the rush, before the noise, so you start 2026 sharper, cleaner, and calmer than every other venue around you. This episode is all about finance and operations and the small early moves that will save you headaches later. The trend to watch for this week. So there's a shift happening with smarter operators. They're not waiting for January to get organised. They're doing it now, in late November and December. But why? Well, honestly, because January hits fast. Think of all the things you've got going on. You've got returning staff, new staff, payroll changes, supply increases, menu adjustments, slower weeks, busier weeks, and the admin pile that's been ignored since the Melbourne Cup. What I'm seeing in operators all around the country is this. They're doing micro cleanups now, tiny operational resets that save them from drowning mid-January. And the venues that do this well, they start the year faster, hire better, and manage their cash flow with much less stress. This isn't about perfection, it's about momentum. Your tool to test for this week. Here are 5 things you can audit before December rolls out. Number 1, rostering templates for 2026. Just set the frameworks now. Think about things like full-time patterns for your staff, part-time availability, seasonal labour needs. If you're a place that goes up for many months of the year and then goes back down again, how are you going to handle that? Blackout dates, so dates you have to be closed for whatever reason, and public holiday loadings. How are you going to handle those public holiday loadings every single time? Venues using Tanda, Deputy, or Employment Hero can do this very, very easily. So make sure you use them. They're fantastic platforms. Number 2, supplier review. Prices move so quickly these days, right? So if you're not reviewing your energy, your produce, your dry goods, at least annually, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. The best venues right now are doing this quarterly, if not monthly, if not weekly. Tools like Termina can review your power bills for free and save you literally thousands of dollars. There's a link in the show notes to check this out. Number 3, menu costings. Do a quick scan. Ask yourself questions like, which items dropped margin? Which items are slowing down? Which items need a price rise before January so we don't have to deal with angry customers as much? Number 4, your tech cleanup. Archive those old modifiers you don't use anymore. Clean that data across the board. Review reports. Ditch ones that you don't look at least every week. If your point of sale is messy, your numbers are definitely lying to you. And on top of that, you're making decisions on bad information. So get it right now. And number 5 is staff admin. Think of things like contracts, availabilities of your staff and how that's going to change at the start of 2026. The roles and responsibilities of your current team and what gaps do you have that you need to fill right now. Performance notes on your current team, who's underperforming, who's performing really well and deserves a promotion. Get your team structure right before you need it to change. None of this is big, but all of it pays you back. Your operating move for this week. One example really stood out for us this year. We worked with a restaurant group called Ember, E-M-B-R. We ran a pantry review with one of their venues about the middle of this year. And one of the biggest wins wasn't just a major overhaul, it was just simple, smart, operational tidying up. Think of things like clearer staffing structures, better steps of service to make sure they did upselling better and had a better customer experience, menu refinement to make sure they didn't have a bloated menu and one where customers could actually order quicker, and then faster decision-making across the board from their management team. They're small changes, but they've made a big difference to their team, and they're going to be growing in 2026, which is great to see. The team question for this week. Ask this question in your next managers meeting. If we could fix one operational habit before January, what would actually make the biggest difference? Listen to your team because they're going to tell you some following things: where the real friction is, where the time is wasted in the week, where money is leaking from the business, what's confusing for them, and what slows service down. January shouldn't be about fixing mistakes. It should be about building momentum. So start the process now. And that's your prep list for this week. If you want help doing your January strategy cleanup, we're booking pantry reviews right now. So if you want to do it before Christmas, make sure you reach out to us right after this podcast. We're also taking recruitment roles for the new year. So if you need great people wherever they are around the country, reach out early. We can help you straight away. And don't forget our long form podcast, The Ingredients, has 4 episodes that are already live and 4 more that are going to drop around Christmas time. The link is in the show notes so you can be alerted when the new episodes are up and running. Share this episode with someone in the hospitality industry who needs a nudge to get their research done early. See you next Monday for another round of the Prep List.